Hey, folks. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Welcome to the SpeakEasy conversation. Maybe March Madness with Manny?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm having Wisconsin water.
All right. So just because you're in Wisconsin, is there any difference between Wisconsin water and, say, Philly water?
Not that I know of. It looks like a cow.
Oh, okay. Who
is that?
Well, we'll count it. It works.
I hope you have something more interesting.
I do have a few things. I'm not saying they're more interesting because water is essential for life, and it's actually part of the ingredients of what I'm drinking, so it's definitely important. So
interesting now.
Yeah, no, but all right. So today, you might have said, like in our one chat, I was saying I went to Westkill Brewing in upstate New York, up in the Catskills. So I had at the brewery, but I had to get it. It was so freaking good. It's called Fur Bearing Trout. They do all local artists when they do their can art, which I really love. This is a French. Oh, here we go. All right, this is a French style lager brewed with French Pilsner malt and French Triespalt hops, and then lagered on lightly toasted French oak is where they get the whole French lager idea. So I'll pour this. No, that's the word there. That's the truth. Anyway, I'm loving all the comments where people having different beers. This is pretty cool. So, yep, that's good. So I would also like to talk a bit about, I got this glass at the brewery too. They have a cat, a Maine Coon, who wanders the property named Teddy. So they had a Teddy glass, and I had to do it just because it's cute. And that Teddy, we were the first people at the brewery because I went with my wife. She was working up near there, so I just took the day off and I went with her. And as we walked up, Teddy walked right up to us, sat for a second, let us pet him, and then, as cats do, was like, that's enough, and moved on. So we got to pet the infamous Teddy there. So the thing that's so interesting about this is it reminds me, I think maybe Jeff said it. It reminds me if you took like a Saison and a lager and you smashed them together. Like, it's absolutely delicious, super drinkable, just excellent. This is one of the better beers I've had in a long time. It's really good, excellent, just drinkable. I may or may not be sending some of this to you, Greg, because I'd like to get your opinion on it because it's such an interesting beer. So
you had me at the Saison and
lager
thing. That's kind of wild, though.
Yeah. I want to also point out that Daniel mentioned that Catterskill IPA was on tap there, and I did not have it because they had so many other super interesting beers. I didn't have that there. So that was on tap, but I did not have it.
All right. Anything else going on, Doug? You said you were at a brewery. What was going on? What else was going
on? So we went to this brewery. It's just really, really, it's like, this is the kind of breweries I like, where they're cozy. They feel like something really local, just really like it's a small place. It has like fireplaces in it. They had a fire pit outside where because it was like in the high 30s there. So they had that. They had this pizza food truck out there. that made just these awesome pizzas. Like we had like a pepperoni hot honey one, and then Joe got this one with like with mushrooms, and then there's these other veggies, and it was it looked yellow, but it was delicious. Everything was tasty. We had arancinis, which are like fried rice balls with cheese in them with this awesome marinara sauce. It is one of my favorite breweries I've been to just for atmosphere. So that was the only one that was near where we were at. It is in the middle of the mountains, and it's by itself. Like it's like there's nothing, and there was not any signal, so they had Wi-Fi there, so that was the only way you could communicate with Wi-Fi. But there's just a local hominess to that kind of vibe that I like, which I much prefer to that where here's a new brewery and we're going to make it with high lofted ceilings and it's all wide open, and it doesn't feel like a communal space. It just feels like a barn. Like I don't care for that sort of setup. I mean, am I at a step there, Greg? When you look for atmosphere, what do you look for atmosphere for a brewery?
Good question, Doug. Kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah,
LBTQ signs.
That's a good one.
I don't know, Doug. I like them all. Not like them all, but I kind of like most of the aesthetics. It's really like, warm faces, really good customer service, like people greeting you or people making eye contact with you, or things like that. That's very important to me. As far as the aesthetics, yeah, these like modern ones, not so much. Give me an old pub feel,
Mm. Yeah, the other thing is like when they're all that wide open, new aesthetic, it's just the sound echoes every place. So for someone who's hard of hearing, it's hard to have conversations in places like that. There's a cidery that's about 15 miles from where I live that makes excellent cider, but it's just like in this metal barn. So that there's no thoughts to acoustics at all. So it's like just terrible to sit there to drive conversations with anybody because it's just an open echo chamber. So like I like their ciders, but I don't like their space because of it,
Yeah, and this is why I generally don't like music in my brewery. I'm out of there long before that shit's going on, for the most part.
Yeah, this West Kill place had music, but it was very low. Like it was like very background noise. It was not, we're gonna pummel you with music. It was nice because it was just like they played some nice soft stuff in the background, and it was cool because it wasn't like Jill and I were just sitting and we were just kind of just talking, and it wasn't like taken over by all the music or anything like that. So it's nice. Sowing the suds of love. One of my favorite Tears for Fears songs, Sowing the Seeds of Love. I love that song.
All right, Doug. So I want to do a save the date if you're down. And I know you want to talk about this. So
okay. Oh boy, do I. So Tuesday, April 14th, our guy, Zach Rosenberg, is going to come on to Mortal Content and talk vinyl and video games. And like he has an enormous array of vinyl, like video game vinyls, like soundtracks on vinyl. And that's fascinating to me because I'm not a vinyl person. He definitely is. So we'll get to be able to talk about that. We'll get to be able to talk about, maybe some video game content, like actual video games will pop in there. Maybe we'll talk some old school stuff there. But it's going to be fun because it's Zach. Like we all know Zach. Zach's he's hilarious and fun. The only trouble will be I try to keep that. I didn't even know he was on Bandcamp, but that makes sense. Zach would be on there. The thing is trying to keep that show to an hour and a half with Zach on that's going to be an interesting time. But I'm super looking forward to it because I want to dig into the weeds a little bit on that because it's not an arena I know very much about, which is kind of what I like about Mortal Content is to try to have people on there that I know things that I don't, and that's fun for me. So.
You said Zach under an hour.
I know. Or is there Daniel?
Yeah, it's just not. All right. Does it end?
Maybe no. I think it just repeats.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't repeat. I'll tell you that. It shouldn't. But whatever.
So
Yeah. Awkward.
yeah. Well, hey, feel
All
like
right.
we're an '80s sitcom.
I don't think this is awkward, or maybe it will be.
Maybe it will be. All
Like
right.
you're listening to something.
I am. Maybe it'll let me add it. I don't know. There we go. Ta-da. So this is something that Daniel Fisher and I have actually talked to, because this guy shows up in our Instagram feed all the time. And he basically takes older songs and just remixes them to sort of like pop dance. And this he took Yacht House Summer. So he took like things like Peg by Steely Dan and like That's Just the Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby and remixed them into like very dance songs. It is a super duper fun listen. I mean, if you like yacht rock and you like stuff with a little beat, like a different beat to it, to kind of take a different interpretation on it, it's really really fun. It's like that's something I can put on and just jam to and do stuff around the house or whatever the case may be. But like I really enjoyed that. They only released it on Bandcamp because they obviously don't have the licensing to actually use those songs, so they just remixed them. So they put it out on Bandcamp. They put a minimum price on it, $15 for a whole album with like 16 or 17 songs on it. Not a bad price. So I paid that, and I jammed the shit out of this. It was super fun. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
so that was the music part.
Yeah. What else you got?
As I tend to do, listen to audiobooks and podcasts. I don't have any new podcasts to talk about this week, but that's because I've been staying with some of my standard favorites. This is one of my favorite authors, and the guy who reads these audiobooks is Ray Porter. Ray Porter is a guy who read Project Hail Mary, which if you've been anywhere, that has been advertised everywhere for the movie to come out. Ray Porter is just an amazing narrator. This is the Joe Ledger series of books. I listen to all these books every year, and I think this is the 12th book he's written in that series. And every year I re-listen to all of them, and then when the new one comes out, I listen to that. So this is an interesting one because the main character goes through a lot of trials and tribulations, and this one is interesting because it involves the Dead Sea Scrolls and like a guy who's like the main bad guy is like Indiana Jones but evil. That's kind of fun. So like I said, I can't recommend that guy. Any book he reads, I am more than happy to listen to because he's just fantastic at doing voices and characters. So that is what I am listening to.
You listen to any new albums lately, Doug?
The Party People's one, like I said, I did listen to the Gorillaz album. I didn't put that on there, the one they released this year. I'm about halfway through that, and I really dig it. But they use a lot of like I forget what the instrument's called, but it's like an Indian guitar that's like very long necked, and they use a lot of that in there. It's interesting because it's not like they're pretty experimental with a lot of stuff, and this time they leaned into a lot of different sounds and instruments that they haven't before. So they did play one of the songs on the album was on SNL, and Black Thought was in it. I'm not sure if it's a zither or sitar. It might be the sitar. I think that's right, Daniel. Sorry. I think it's a sitar. So I don't know. It might be zither, as JC mentioned, but it's just interesting because they blend a lot of different stuff in this album that I haven't seen before. And I'm not really a big Gorillaz fan, but this album's pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it, so that was good so far.
English, please. What what is this and what is the what's going on here?
That was the instrument I said they were using. Like they were using, they were showing. Like if you watch that clip from SNL, when there's a person sitting there with like this, it almost looks like a lute at the bottom, like it's rounded, and then it has a really
Mhm,
long neck. So it's almost like
mhm,
a bass guitar neck, but longer with this like
mhm,
lute thing, and that's what it
okay.
is.
And how do you play that thing?
Like a guitar. So, but it
Okay.
it just has a different sound to it, and yeah. Sorry, I can't explain any better. I'm not a person who knows instruments well or how to how to like actually explain that well. So
All right. I heard the latest Gnarls Barkley, and you heard the latest Jill Scott, right, Doug?
yeah, love that album
What's
so
going on?
much, so much so that Joe and I are going to her concert in Philly. So
You were going anyway, though, right? Or did the album make you want to go?
no, I would have gone anyway. I saw Jill Scott once at a jazz festival in Rochester, and it was just like
Mhm.
a fucking awesome experience. So I would happily go see her in concert. She's great.
What was your thoughts on the album?
Really good. I really enjoyed it. There was one song in there that just reminded me of like a house song, which is unusual. She's not done that sort of stuff, but her voice is made
Hmm.
for that kind of thing. So it was great.
Hmm.
It's very much about love and sex, which is usually what her albums are always about because she's a
Hmm.
generally horny singer. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's really, really, really enjoyable. Our gal ABC was like bumping that and bought the vinyl of it. So you know how she is about music. So.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I liked
Mhm.
it.
Oh,
It was good.
I didn't know you listened to it. Sorry.
I did. No. Well, I said I did, and then I set you up, is what happened.
I missed you saying that you listened to it as well. My bad.
Yeah, I said I listened to that and the new Gnarls Barkley album, which was pretty fun, and there was some switch ups in that, and it's Gnarls Barkley. There, you kind of don't know what you're getting into with them,
Mm,
music wise. They're kind of, I mean, you kind of know, but they have a lot. They mix a lot of sounds in their music, and this is no different. It's a good listen, y'all. It's a road trip album, I think. Joe Scott could be a road trip album too, but I would want it raining.
oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Don't do you have road trip albums, Doug? And like some when it's sunny and some when it's rainy and some
Oh,
when or no?
yeah. There's. I think it's mood. Like some albums, like you said, are made for the rain. Like I will say, I know Jill would probably say like she would like to listen to Tool in the rain because there's a mood to that for her that would really work well with rain.
Mm,
Like I'm definitely
mm.
more like you said, like the R&B stuff. Like I'm if I could have rain going when that's happening on a car, that is just an excellent little go. If it's sunny, I want
Yeah,
something peppy. I want give me some rap or some house or something upbeat. You know, yeah, I'm with you.
y'all,
There's definitely mood.
y'all tell us your rainy music in the comments, please.
Yeah.
Rainy albums or songs, but Jimi Hendrix,
Oh,
full rainy music, full like downpour, crank up the Jimmy, all along the watchtower, Purple Haze,
yeah,
all that like dreary. Mhm. Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah.
Uh, I have a road trip playlist that I famously use on road trips, and that's great too. I just throw songs that I feel are road trippy. Do you do you have songs that are road trippy?
Well, like I said, it depends on the road trip what you're going to. Like
But I'm just saying regular, just straight. Are
regular
there
road trip.
songs that you just like you hear and you're like, damn, I can hear that anytime. Like uh Billie Eilish, Therefore I
Mm,
Am is one for me. I can hear that on the road and it wouldn't, I'd be like, fine, I can hear it. It wouldn't affect me, but I could get into it, but I could ignore it if we're talking. One of those,
yeah.
like, that's like a road trip song for me. Like,
Mm.
you could ignore it, but you might catch it. And it's just chill. It's not, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's Wyclef Jean's "The Carnival" is a great road trip album because that's like a
There you go.
story throughout the whole thing. Like everything
Mhm,
ties together. Like they don't do albums like
mhm.
that much anymore. But that one I could
Concept
just
albums.
Yeah, like I could just sit there and pop that on. I'm on a journey and I'm driving. This is great. So that's definitely one for me.
Mm, mm, mm. All right. Let's see.
Oh, cool. Does that mean I'm assuming that means you like it, Victor? So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that more. So
Wait, how did he? It says it look. He looks like y'all. So was he
well
watching
he
then, or?
no, he popped in and saw the comments. So
Mm, look at that. I am out there this evening, Doug.
okay. That never fails to have me groove a little bit before we get into this segment. I just love that tune. That's such a good poll by you. So yeah.
Well, hold on, Doug. Hold on. Before we get there, we're going to talk about. Do you want to talk about basketball here? We're
Well,
going
we
to wait for
could.
Manny a little bit, but I mean, we still, and we don't know. Manny had an incident today. Is that the
Yeah.
word? Not revealing anything, just saying he went through a thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if he's even going to show up, Doug. I wouldn't care if he doesn't.
Yeah. As long as he's
Knowing what,
okay.
knowing what we know.
Yeah. So
But is there, because I know you want to talk March Madness, but is there anything you want to talk about in the NBA, like record setting things happening?
oh, sure. You want me to talk about Bam Adebayo, which the most random explosion of points from an NBA player I think I've ever seen. Like that guy is a steady 20, maybe 20, 19, 20 points a game guy. He more than doubled his career high to score 83 points. And the dumbest storyline I keep seeing is these people being like, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have beat Kobe. He shouldn't have done like, are you kidding me? That guy could put his fucking name in a history book as the second highest scoring game in NBA fucking history, and you're telling him he shouldn't do it? Fuck all the way off. Like, like you're saying it's like not in the spirit of the game, and I'm like,
So it's weird how y'all bring that in because, like, I know the answer, but like, what does Kobe have to do with it? No, I know the answer, but knowing the answer, what does fucking Kobe have to do with it? Like, y'all are weird about sports sometimes, and this is weird. Like, so if it's not Kobe, what about Will Chamberlain? Did you do it to him too? Because he's on that list, like what, 600 more times under him, right, Doug, or something?
he was 5 of the top 10 scoring games ever. 5. That's just crazy, man. That one dude had 5 of the top 10 scoring games of all time. So I part of it was like Bam has long said he was a big time Kobe fan. Like he always loved Kobe Bryant. And so they were like, well, he should have honored Kobe by just getting to 81 and stopping. And I'm like, that guy will never have a game anywhere approaching that ever again in his life. That was a one-off game where he just went ballistic, and he's never going to have a game like that. But whenever you see the graphic of the highest scoring games ever, it's going to be Wilt Chamberlain, Bam Adebayo, Kobe Bryant, Wilt Chamberlain. Like, it's just, and the thing is, because he's not a super duper star like Kobe was a superstar. You know, what's interesting is in that top 10 list, which still surprises me, is that Jordan wasn't on any of that. And Jordan had like a 69-point game, I think, against the Celtics that one time. I think that was his highest scoring game ever. But we had like David Thompson's on there. I think Gervin wasn't on there, which kind of surprised me. That guy could score like a maniac. But yeah, it's just Luka had 71 too once. So, but how do you not try? Like I like when guys are like, oh, I have a chance. I'm going to go do that. If I can do that, I should do it. It's like the same nonsense where people are like, oh, well, you're undefeated. You should not do that. You should not try to be like, why the fuck not? Why not? Why not? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I remember it was like, what was it? It was, I think they were saying that even about like the Patriots, when they were undefeated going into playoffs, and they said they should lose a game in the regular season. I'm like, no, they should try to win every fucking game, because even though I hate the Patriots, I would have loved to see an undefeated season. That would have been really fucking cool, even if I hated the team, because that's excellence. That's excellence, and that's what we want to see.
All right. Well, is this something that people want to see, Doug? Or
Well, maybe
that's something we want to listen to.
So this is Midnight Club, which I've never seen. And the reason I'm watching it is because the guy's doing the Flanagan's Wake podcast. This is their next Mike Flanagan thing. So the premise is these folks, these kids are all terminally ill, and they go to a house that is a hospice for them. And at midnight, they meet in this room and they try to scare each other with stories. That is as far as I've got, because I'm only in the first episode. But it is not as well acted as other Mike Flanagan things, but this is more like a YA adventure for him. He absolutely loved the book, which is why this became a project for him. So he decided to do this show. It is kind of widely considered probably his weakest work. But if they're going to review it, I'm going to watch it and maybe be something I like. I don't know. So far, not impressed with the acting, but and very interestingly, Mike Flanagan is very much someone who uses like a lot of the same actors in a lot of his stuff. And there's only one actress in this show so far that was in any of his previous things. So this is an all new cast of people, which he normally works with a lot of the same people. What they can do. So I'll see. Like I said, one episode in, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Can I address a comment? Is Drake on the road trip playlist? I don't think so. But if it would be that goofy Started from the Bottom song.
Okay. I don't know that song because I don't know Drake's music that much.
Yeah, Drake's on. That's Drake's iconic song, Doug. Everybody knows that song.
I thought it was the Hotline Bling or whatever. I thought that was his. I thought that was his song.
The Hotline Bling. I don't even think I know that one. So there you go.
Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. We'll have to get April to correct me. So
Drake is on my other big playlist that I just throw songs I like in it. He's on one song on there. So, but it's not a Drake, like it's not Drake.
That's Drake playlist.
Some other people and shit. Yeah.
What would be if you were going to make a Drake playlist? When would you play that? When you're taking a dump? Like what would be the time you'd want to play a Drake playlist?
To annoy the people at my funeral? You didn't give me much to work with there.
Sorry. Annoy people at my funeral. All right. I like that one.
All right. What else going on?
All right. This is basketball. ESPN this week. This is their championship week. So this is the week I really like before March Madness because I get to see like smaller tournaments. Most of the smaller tournaments are actually the week before, but that's where you can see like the small teams and see you think who might have a chance of doing some upsets. It's also where you get to kind of see the bigger teams that you've wanted to, like if you haven't seen, like I haven't seen much of Arizona because they're a West Coast team and I don't stay up super late normally, so I don't get to see a lot of them. What I have seen has been super duper impressive. So they're the team so far that I like the most to win the title, which is interesting.
Are there buzzer beaters?
What's that?
Are there buzzer beaters?
Well, actually, the game today, Arizona played. I didn't get to see the end of it because of this, but guy made a 3-pointer at the end for Arizona at the end of the game to have them win by 2. So Arizona won that game. But there's been some buzzer beaters and like some smaller ones. There was a triple overtime game between Tulsa and North Texas, I think today. Triple overtime. That does not happen very often. And those are teams like Tulsa will get in a tournament probably because they'll probably win their conference tournament. They're not going to do much in a tournament. They weren't super impressive, but like I like games like that where it's like these schools you don't really watch a lot, and then they're playing their ass off, and you know none of those guys are going to the NBA, so they're just playing because they fucking want to play and enjoy the game. And they all played hard, so that was fun.
All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Kobe.
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 Also, I would like to point out that in that game that Kobe scored 81, he was the biggest ball hog ever. But you have to be if you're going to score that many points. Like he shot a boatload of free throws and he made a bunch and he shot so much. But that's because if you're going to score 81 points, there's no way you're not going to take a metric fuck ton of shots. And they don't understand at the end of that Kobe game, the other team was trying to do what they did in like Washington, who was playing Miami when Bam scored all those points, was like triple teaming Bam at the end, like so he wouldn't get to 81. So they were doing the same thing that they did to Kobe before. But actually, in a Kobe game, they maybe double teamed him a little, but they weren't really too aggressive with it because it was Kobe and everybody was trying to, respect it. So, yeah, somebody made the comment the Tulsa game was a great game. That was a great game. I really enjoyed the shit out of that. That was fun. Like I said, it's just two small schools. Tulsa's actually got a pretty good record. North Texas, I think it was, or West Texas, I can't remember. Very mediocre. But yeah. So, but that was just a good game.
All right. I have some things for us to contemplate, though.
Oh, good. Let's bring it on.
Yeah. So, let's do this one first, Doug.
Okay.
I want to say all of them, but I don't. I actually only get to say 3. So that's really the hard part. That seriously is the hard part of narrowing it down to only 3. And Doug, you only get 3 because I know you will probably get rid of all of them. But the reason you only give 3 is so that you really like establish who you dislike harder. Because all these guys, for me, are dislikable. Like literally everyone. But some of them are just fucking more gross than the other. So I can actually, or if you, I can go first if you want.
Go first. You go first. I'm curious because I think I have my 3 already.
So the grossest bitch on here is Jason Whitlock, and I'll just leave that alone because I'll just leave it at that because honestly, I just can't, guy. I just fucking can't, Doug. So do you want to put one on your list, Doug? We'll go back and forth.
Yeah, my first round draft pick, and the shittiest guy on that list is Pat McAfee. I can't fucking stand that motherfucker. The dumbest dude, bro, ever. And now his agent is trying to get him into action movies so he can be an action movie guy.
What?
Yep. Not seeing any of that shit. Fuck that guy. I just cannot stand him. I cannot stand him at all.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Now, see, this is where it gets tough, Doug, because like Chris Collinsworth should be in my top 3 because I cannot. That dude talks and it just grates my ear. But like he doesn't really commentate outside of that. And he's just on Sunday Night Football, so I could just mute that fucking shit. And normally, by the time Sunday Night Football comes on, I'm pretty much done with football for the day. Tired of it. You know what I mean. So, like, I don't. Chris Collinsworth, I would like to put him there, but it's not. I'm gonna put Stephen A. Smith on this, and I don't necessarily think he's maybe second worst, but he's definitely on the list for all the reasons that Whitlock's on the list. Actually, literally every single one. They're both check off all the fucking gross boxes possible. So I got Stephen A. Who do you have as your second?
Dave Portnoy, super Trump guy, just a bitch, just a bitch. He's also like tries to do all these athletic things, and he's wildly unathletic and like 5'5". So he's just a little bitch. I think he owns Barstool Sports, so he can just
He's
go.
a smaller dude, bro, though, than Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah, Pat McAfee's a big dude, bro. Dave Portnoy is a small dude, bro.
Okay. I'm going to follow you and put him as my last one. This dude he reminds me of what the word schlep used to be. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, like giving him even attention is annoying me, but having him suck down that Patriot loss on his fucking social media. I don't know if you saw that, Doug. That was amazing. No, that was great.
Good.
That was what, as the kids say, absolute cinema. But at least props for not running away though, and like not getting on, if that makes sense. At least he put the fucking shit out there. So, but I don't want to give this guy any props. But Doug, you have your last one, right? Is that your last one?
Listen, there's so many worthy ones on here. I think I'm going to go with your Stephen A. Smith. That dude's been yelling about, I'm going to run for president. He's also on a fucking soap opera. I didn't know if you know that. He's on a soap opera literally now. Like he's doing that now. And he's a horrible actor, as you would expect.
Of course he is a horrible actor. Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
I'm not going to make any comments on Whitlock because I'm a white guy and I shouldn't make any comments on that. But the other, I will say, I think Kendrick Perkins is fucking terrible, but
Kendrick Perkins is fucking terrible too.
Stephen A. Smith is worse. Stephen A. Smith is worse. Kendrick Perkins is just.
Yeah, and I think his takes are just terrible. I don't know if he's a terrible human, actually, if that makes sense.
I don't either. I think he's probably fine.
I think Stephen A. Smith is a terrible human. What'd you say?
Stephen I agree.
He's a terrible person. That's what I think.
For real. I agree with you. I think Perk is probably a perfectly nice person. His takes are shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I suspect he's a terrible person, but I don't have anything to back that up, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. His takes are just off. I'm like, so someone whose takes are not awful is our guest, and he's here, right? It appears.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're gonna bring him on here now. That's Manny Madness.
Manny Madness. Welcome,
What's
dude.
What happened? What happened? Oh, there we go. What's up, guys? Sorry about that.
Hey, could you see the thing that Greg just put up? Did you see the people we were talking about?
I heard you, yeah. So I'm always going to go, this may sound wrong, but I'm always gonna put the ones that are like, how do I say this? To me, if you're Latino or of ethnic and you're as bad as like Stephen A., Whitlock is the worst. Like I always gonna put you at the top of like shut the fuck up because you were like it's double jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like white guys, like it's whatever, bro. Like I'm sure you grew up a certain way, whatever. Like sometimes that's just unfortunately, I'm just saying sometimes. But like Stephen A. knows better, Whitlock knows better, and they're still pieces of trash. So to me, they got to be the first ones that I get rid of. Sorry, they got to be the first ones I get rid of.
All right. So it's Whitlock and Stephen A. They're out, huh?
They're out. Both of them got to be out. Especially Whitlock gets pushed off a ledge, like he got to die. Like I'm killing him. Damn. Like he's a waste of oxygen on this planet.
Thank you, Manny, for saying what y'all already know what I wanted to say. So, Manny, who is your? Yeah, I mean, we could beat up on Whitlock all night. I could do this. Let's go. but really though, who's the third? Who's
the third?
This is what I'm interested in the most, right, Doug? Like Manny's third here.
Hold on. I'm gonna act really old right now. Hold on. Ooh, ooh. Oh, Skip Bayless. Fuck that dude. Fuck. Oh, fuck that dude. Why won't he die already? I don't understand.
Hey, did
How's he
you know
still alive?
his brother
Jesus
is like
Christ.
a fantastic Mexican food chef,
Yes. Like
and
his
Skip Bayless is him.
like no, and it's so hard to believe that they're brothers because they're opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, like I would poison your Mexican food and have you come to my house and eat it. Like it'd be the total setup. Like, fuck that dude, man.
I think it's funny that you had the two guys from the original Get Up and Stephen A. Smith and
Yeah.
Skip Bayless as guys you would fucking food.
Like at least back then, like not to say that back then, yeah, Stephen A was kind of like I felt like he was a little bit more like because that was the beginning of that shouting era, right? Like he started all that basically for the most part. So I thought at first it was amusing when it first was going on, like, it's funny, blah, blah, blah. And then it just started spawning off people like Mad Dog and like just now we're just gonna scream just for the sake of screaming, right? And then they just got full of themselves too. Like, dude, you ain't got no business running for president, that's for sure. But I digress.
Man,
You
honestly, I
can go
kind of
all
want him
day.
to. I want Stephen A. Smith to run so he could be completely embarrassed. That would just be fucking hilarious. And he wants to run as a Democrat,
That's
which I think
true.
is fucking hilarious.
That's true. I agree with you on that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't care if he ran. I would just hate that the ones that are voting for him, they're taking away probably votes away from an actually decent uh, candidate, especially with who's
Right.
in there now. Like he got to go. So any extra votes you're taking, that's not good.
Yeah, agreed. But it would be funny in like the side project way, I guess.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And like, I don't think Nick Wright or Colin Cowherd are bad people. Their takes are just goofy. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
it. Right. I
that's
think
like you
Nick
said
Wright
about
is
Perkins.
actually a
Like I
good
think
guy.
Perkins. Yeah, I do
Or I'm
too. I
sorry,
like
go
some of
Manny.
his takes.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like
Go,
what you're saying
go
about
some,
Perkins. Like, yeah, he can have some horrible
yeah.
takes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But do you know about the NBA? He's not a bad person, is he?
I haven't heard anything bad about him up until this point. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
me either.
just
Right.
wild ass takes half the time. But
right.
he's
I
been
Well,
also
saying,
Doug,
and then go ahead.
no, y'all go. Y'all go.
I was
I,
just saying
I go
he
ahead.
should have been in HR at least 3 times. But
Yes, he should have been. That's a great take there. I want to say I think part of the reason people are irritated with Coward is his cadence because he does a lot of dead silence in the middle of his takes.
mm,
Like he'll talk and stop, and then there's just nothing. You're like, did my thing stop? And then he'll start talking again, and that's just how he does stuff. And I think that annoys the shit out of people because it's not like a regular rhythm. It's like I'm going to say something and then I'll pause and then I'll say something and pause. Like he just does this weird cadence. I think part of that's the reason why people don't like him so much.
yeah, I can see that.
He does have a
So
lot of
Manny,
Skip Bayless kind of takes too. But anyway, sorry.
yeah, Manny. I don't know if Manny wants to chime in on this. Have you been watching this, Manny? What's going on? I know Doug's been waiting to talk about basketball.
Oh yeah, I've been watching the tournament games. They just had a triple overtime game today. It was crazy.
Yeah, the
Like it was
Tulsa, what was it, North Texas?
North Texas. Yeah, like dudes were cramped up, limping in the third overtime.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy, but yeah, I try to watch as much as I can at this time of the year. I mean, I still watch during the year too. Just I probably catch more in spurts of what I can, and then and then I've been when like this week. I wish I could take time off of work and just watch games, uh,
Me
but
too.
yeah, we'll have stuff on at work too. So if I work out of the office, I'll just put on the games and do my work while I'm watching the games too. So
Yeah. I was watching a bit of the Arizona Iowa State game, and Iowa State just like
oh
went out,
no,
just fucking took off on them, right? And then I was like, oh, Arizona's the best team. I've only seen them 2 or 3 times. That's
hold
the
on,
best
Doug, can you hear
team.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear you. Damn,
Okay.
what is going on?
Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Oh no. Oh no, Kenny, he's dead.
Oh no.
How did I lose volume?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Uh,
Nope.
yeah. It looks like we can see that he's trying to talk.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, now he just bumped. He dropped, but he'll come back. So
He bopped. All
yeah.
right, Doug. So we got something else here you want to do. And when Manny comes back, he can get involved in this. Actually,
Yeah.
oh y'all, here you go.
All right. Let's make sure he can hear us this time.
That would be helpful. Are you popping them up there, Doug? Because
Yeah. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you saying, Doug?
I was saying I was watching Arizona and Iowa State. Iowa State's been really good this year, but they started really hot and dropped off. And they ran out to like they were up like 14-2 on Arizona at the beginning of the game, which I haven't seen anybody do that to Arizona. And I couldn't watch the end of the game because I was getting prepared for this. But apparently Arizona hit a 3 at the end of the game to win by 2 over Iowa
Oh
State.
wow, yeah. I missed that. So yeah, that's crazy. But that's what it is about this time of year, man. It's just like it's that time, man. Like the heroes, the villains, the kids you never heard. Like everyone's worried about the first round picks because it's supposed to be one of the deepest classes ever. But then guys are gonna come out of nowhere and become
Mhm.
household names for at least 2 weeks. Or there's that one Loyola Marymount, or what's another team that was like on a crazy run at one point?
Butler that 1 year.
Butler at first before they became a regular name. Like, yeah, like just as crazy. It's always crazy, man. I don't think there's anything like it, man. And the one thing I was wondering about this year more than any other year, because I do think it's a wide open field, was were we going to get something similar to college football where the first round, those first lottery picks maybe sat out the tournament, right? You already know you're in the top three.
Mm,
You already know you're kind of solidified because of the NIL and all that. Would
mm.
they sit out at all, right? Especially with the Daryl Peterson stuff that kind of was a little bit kind of crazy in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
But
that guy.
so look, I'm gonna defend him to an extent. You play the hand that you're dealt, and if the system sets it up where you can get paid, right? I get it, but it's a business at this point. And if it's a business, you got to look out for yourself. Yes, I don't subscribe to this thing about, like the argument has been he doesn't love basketball, he doesn't care about playing. Look, man, if you're a top 5 pick, you worked hard to become a top 5 pick. You love the sport no matter what. But you also at this point have agents in your ear and people in your ear telling you, don't take the chance. What if you blow a knee in the tournament? What if you
Yes.
blow a knee during the year? So like if you're gonna give grief to these guys, then you got to give grief to the whole college football thing too, because those guys sit out bowl games now like it's nothing.
Yep.
Right. So not to say that take is wrong, right? Like I get it. You have to be a little bit like, oh shoot, like, do I want this guy? He's taking himself out of games, but I don't know. Like it's also like that's the system that's out there for these kids, like, and they're just playing the game the way it's set up. So I can't knock them for it either, for looking out for themselves, because the NCAA has only been looking out for themselves for about 100 years now. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Peterson case is interesting just because he's a bit of a loner and he's like kind of talks like he's not a guy that likes to be in the limelight, even though he was considered coming out of high school like one of the best shooting guard prospects in like 10 or 15 years. That's saying a lot. There's been some really excellent prospects. What's been interesting is watching him and watching somebody like AJ DeBansa from BYU, because that guy has all the skills and is just electrifying to watch. It's a shame he's playing for a Mormon school, so I can't root for him. But watching him has been, because he's NBA ready.
He's good at it. He's good at every level. He's good at every level. He's what in baseball they call a 5-tool player. Like everything he does is exceptional for sure. But then what it is you're looking at these two, right? Because right now, if it were the draft was today, those are considered the 1 and 2nd pick, and they could be flip flopped, right? Depending on who gets it. What you're looking at now is, do you take AJ, who's the more right now? He's more NBA ready. He's more seasoned, but is this what you're going to get? Or do you take a kid who's obviously been rough around the edges, like you said, and, has some issues, but his ceiling is definitely probably as a shooting guard higher than what AJ's is as the overall, right? Like to me, AJ is a Scottie Pippen, and that's saying a lot, right? That's still a great player, but I don't know if AJ is going to be that like top player in the NBA. Where I think Peterson has the skill set to be like 30 points a game, 35 points a game, like that kind of scoring touch. Like I saw him the other night and I'm like, oh, he's healthy now. Because I think that was part of it earlier in the season. He wasn't as healthy as everybody thought he was. And now he seems healthier. And he's a bucket. Like he's a bucket. And that's in the NBA in this day and age, that's what it's more about than anything else. So you have to kind of like weigh that, right? And what direction is your team in? What do they really need? Like, and it's a hard one. Like in the beginning of the year, Peterson was my number one pick. And I'm more even now. Like I'm like, I don't think you can go wrong with either one, but it also depends where's your organization at right now. Right? Like
For
if you're the
sure.
Sacramento Kings, you need a one. You need a bona fide one because you're in flux right now. You have all these aging players that need to go. You have no direction really. You need a one. And it's like, well, AJ's nice, but you don't need nice right now. Like you need that one. And that's why I think Peterson almost has an edge in that. I think he can be a one, but nothing, like we've seen number one picks become shit too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a host of players that I really think this draft is going to be incredibly deep because, like, I think kind of the consensus three is Cam Boozer.
mhm.
Cam Boozer is never going to be a fucking super duper all star guy,
No.
but what he does is something guys don't do anymore. He makes the right pass. He's unselfish. He's tough. He plays around the rim. He defends. He does all the things, and in a way, like he's a less athletic Cooper Flagg. Flagg's like yeah, he's a really good player, but he's a good glue guy. Like he does a lot of things you want him to do. And so it's not like he has a specialized skill. He's a good fucking excellently solid player. Like you're not going to get more solid than that. And I mean, the kid from North Carolina, Cedric Wilson? I think that he was awesome too. And then he got hurt, which was a bummer because he was really, really good. That there's like that kid from Arkansas, Acuff.
Acuff is a beast.
He's a fucking incredible player. He's a freshman. There's just some really interesting guys. Now, Acuff is a shoot first point guard, and that doesn't always translate well in the NBA because I think he's like 6'2" or 6'3". He's not terribly tall, but there's that Kingston Fleming from Houston.
Yep.
I love the way that guy plays, but the guy I really like that is a little underrated is I think he's at Texas Tech, and he's this point guard they have, and he's a freshman, and I cannot remember what his name is. I watched him, and I think his last name is Johnson. Let me look it up. But just the way he plays is very NBA style.
Yes,
and like he plays a very NBA point guard style game, and I'm gonna look it up now, and
I can't remember the name off my head either. But that's the thing, right? Like if there's 6 good players, you have to think at least 2 are not going to pan out. Right? They're not going to be what you think they're going to be. And then somebody out of nowhere is going to be Joker or he's going to be like pick 12th or 15th or something like that. And he's going to be phenomenal. And it's like, that's just the way it rolls. But you're right. Like it's top heavy for sure. And I like what you said about Boozer. Like, and who would have ever thought a person named Boozer could play defense? But
how about that?
And I used to be my running joke about him. Like, I'm never taking a Boozer, bro. Like that dude couldn't play defense for the life of him. But his son definitely plays defense. He's a good all around player, like you said. He's not great at. I mean, he's kind of great at scoring at times, but he's not like.
I think
he's not a natural scorer necessarily. It comes in.
He's good at scoring into paint. I think he's good at scoring into paint. He's very good at sealing bodies and doing that. But he's not. I think he's like 6'8" or 6'9". So he's not like a center. He's not that. But he could be a pretty good 4, I think.
I think so. Go ahead. Sorry.
The kid from Texas Tech is Christian Anderson. Is that kid's
Yep,
name?
yep. I know you're talking
He
about.
is. I love the way that guy plays. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't look rushed. He doesn't look like like he's the main guy on Texas Tech. He's a freshman, but he looks just not. He doesn't look bothered. A Cup kind of has that same sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're different players, but like there's just so many really fucking good players. Like it's just really hard because like I think like when you get like top 6 or 7, you're going to get a really fucking excellent player.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say it just depends on what system you get put in because we've seen that before too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's again like I hate to always go back to the city I live in, but that's always been what the problem was with the Kings is they would draft these players like Davion. I mean, and not to say like Halliburton, you drafted him, but then you put him next to Fox, and I mean maybe long term it would have worked out at some point, but initially in the first couple of years it was like one of these guys got to go. They kind of offset each other and not in a good way. And he goes to Indiana and he just blossoms into this superstar out of nowhere, right? And everybody's like, "Well, what happened?" Like, well, sometimes it's where you go to. It's how they cater to you. It's how they develop you. It's how, the system that you're running has to, if you're going to be a lottery pick, right? If you're going to pick somebody in the lottery, it has to be someone that fits not only your needs, but your system, your coaching, all that. Like it's very important because you're getting them at this very crucial stage in their careers where they need direction, no matter how good they are, whether it's a Lucas of the world, they still need some kind of direction and where you're taking them to.
Yep.
And you can derail a whole career, right? Like look at Devin Carter. Like I don't know if Devin Carter would have been anything anywhere else, right? But with the Kings, he was a top 10 pick. And I guarantee you, wherever he goes next, he's never going to be given the opportunity that he would have got somewhere else if he had went to the right system. He's kind of been shitted on.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate.
What was so maybe I'm misremembering this, but I think the guy that the Celtics center, Cato, wasn't he with the Kings?
So he was in their they developed him in the G League. They brought him up. He would always kind of bounce from G League to back to the main roster. He finally stayed on the main roster for a while, but he was also like, always what the Kings do is they'll develop somebody, but then when they bring them up, it's always kind of like DMP. No, you played for 10 straight games. No, you DMP for 3, 4. So he never had a specific role, but you could see he got better every single year that he was with the Kings. And then obviously they just, hey man, anybody want him? We don't need him anymore.
Yeah.
And look at him with the Celtics. Like he is a stalwart there. Like is he ever going to be an all-star? No. But he has played his role to the T with that team, and he's been a pleasant surprise for them.
Yeah. I was just pointing out, like, sometimes you just don't know. Like, there's guys you just, like, I was watching, I forget, I was watching this when my kids were up, and I was watching with my 2 sons, and we were watching this game. We were watching Memphis, and I couldn't have told you, I'd never heard of half the roster on Memphis. And I was just like, and I follow basketball pretty fucking closely, and I was like, where are these guys coming from? Like, clearly they're, listen, if you get to the NBA, even if you're quote unquote shitty in the NBA, you're still a superb basketball player.
Yes.
You don't get to play in the NBA and not be pretty fucking amazing in your own right. Now you might be bad in the NBA, but you're still one of like the top 0.1% basketball players on the entire planet. Like you're not terrible. So, but it was just so weird watching that. But then like, it just goes, like you said, a lot of it is where you go, what system it is, does it work for you? Does the coach like playing rookies? Like there's a lot of different factors because some coaches do not play rookies.
Right.
But that doesn't happen as much now because the ownership is like, hey, we pay that guy fucking money and you're going to put him in. And then, but anyway, yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this for the tournament.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get a coach who like you can see him drain every bit of confidence out of somebody, and look at Markelle Fultz, man. Like he got the yips, and it was just like it was a slow crash, and then it was just a crash, and then it was like But bro, I saw you play well. Like I saw you play well at some point. Or Ben Simmons is a perfect
Ben
like
Simmons. Ben
like
Simmons is a
what
perfect
the
example.
fuck? Like who saw that? Like I'm not saying anybody ever thought he was gonna be like, but like if you look at the first couple of years, like oh this dude is magic. Like as far as like running the point, he's long, he can rebound, his
Plays
court vision is
defense.
superb. Yeah, he plays defense. Sure, his shooting is a little shoddy, but like everything else, and even that, like he would still get to the hole and he shoot a
Mhm.
shot here and there. But then all of a sudden it was just who knows? Like that's a 30 for 30 right there. Like whatever happened to Ben Simmons type thing. Like it's man, it's crazy how cerebral you can have all the gifts in the world, but it's still in any sport, it still comes back to the cerebral part at some point, whether it's how you look at the court or how much your confidence can just wave in a heartbeat, and whether you can be your resolve is strong enough to fight all that.
Yeah. I look at like all right, not to rub salt in the wound. Wasn't Davion Mitchell also on the Kings?
Yes.
And he has been awesome for the Heat. He's not a
Hmm.
great, he doesn't shoot a lot, but he does an excellent job for what he is. He's just they
Right.
give him a role and here's your fucking role. And that's the thing is like I think like Miami doesn't have nearly as much talent as most teams, but they have a system that works and Spoelstra just knows like I can take this guy and I can make him do this. They made Duncan Robinson make millions of dollars. Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
And that guy plays on Detroit, but he doesn't score much.
Right.
Like, and they need shooting. It's just kind of amazing to watch. That guy should be averaging 15 points a game shooting
Hmm.
threes, just nothing but threes, but they have no other shooters. And
Yeah.
then they got her. It's just interesting. Like I think, like you said, the system matters so much. Like I look at the Rockets, and without Fred VanVleet, they're a mess.
Yeah.
And they have two guys who can shoot threes.
And that's why it was amazing that they took the route of it's not like Fred VanVleet got hurt in the middle of the year. Like he got hurt at a point in the summer where you had plenty of time to go say, let me go get a point guard. Let me go
Mhm.
do whatever it takes. Like once you got Durant, you were committed to a championship at that point. So who
Yep,
cares what you give up? Because as soon as you decided that Durant was the route you were going, you had to be
you're
willing
on
to put
timetable.
all your chips in at that
Mhm.
point for that year specifically, right? Not just like it, and yeah, maybe the next couple years, but you can't sit there and be like, well, we'll just play this year out and see what Fred does next summer. No. How do you even know what Durant's going to be at this age? So you go put all your chips on a point guard. And no, they were like, oh, Reed Shepherd could run the point. Oh, we'll just find a way because Durant's so great. Yeah, he is still great, but you got to surround him with the pieces too, like anybody else. And if you don't have someone that can bring up the ball, or when everything is spiraling, like calm everything down as a point guard, not everyone assumes that Durant should be that person. Like, look, Durant has a
Durant's
role
never
just
been
like
that person.
anybody else. No, and
Yeah.
you should already know that. So you surround him with the right pieces, and you don't have to worry about that. But they decided to just say F it, and this is where they're at now.
Well, I would also like to point out that their head coach is Ime Udoka, who is not a good offensive coach.
That's true too.
He wasn't a good offensive coach for the Celtics either, and he was a tough coach, and he made them play defense well, yes. But they ran a clogged toilet offense all the time at the end of games when he was at the Celtics, and they're doing the same thing at the Rockets. Like, all right, we'll give one guy here go and figure it out. Like, there's no like I don't like Joe Mazzulla because I think he's a maniac. But that guy's like, we're going to make people run and we're going to do this system and it's going to work.
Right.
And the Celtics should never be a 2 or 3 seed for most of the season with the talent they have. No offense, and I'm not saying that. Like Jaylen Brown's fucking amazing. They should never be a 2. They should be 5 or 6 at best. But the system he runs works for them, and they've had guys just completely outplay what you've known of them before. Kate is one of them.
Who's the white boy? What's the white boy's name?
I fucking hate Pritchard, but he's one of the guys.
But
Fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. He's so fucking arrogant. I fucking can't stand him. But he's fucking tearing
but
it
even
up.
the little things like, but even like the little things like, oh, let's go. And there was a lot of money at the time when in the offseason they went and got from Portland
Anthony
who was the
Simons.
guy from Portland? Yeah, like, and everyone's like, why the fuck did you do that? Like, and they found a way to flip it. Like, they do those things so well. They get assets. They're like, because at the time they basically were like, well, fuck it. It's fool's gold. If we end up being good, cool. If not, nobody expected us anyway with Tatum being gone, and we'll just reload. Oh, we're still good? Cool. Let's turn this into Vooch and this and that. And like, they find ways to still stock. And it's like, bro, who does that, man?
Yeah, it's
And look at OKC. Like, it goes on and on, man.
yeah. If you're well run, it helps. So, all right. Well, before we go off here, I want to say I did have a second beer, and I just want to talk about it super quick, and then we're going to talk about your podcast. So this is Backwoods Trail. This is from Myers Creek. This is a Czech dark lager. So this is a pretty nifty can. I like that, and it kind of suits the bill. See, a nice dark beer. So really tasty. So that's really good. But now, we haven't really talked about your Chatty House, After House, Chatty House. Was it? Sorry, I'm misnaming it. I've had 2 beers and I drank earlier today.
Chatty House After Party.
Chatty House After Party. So give us a little bit more lowdown on that, please.
So it's a rotate. There's a couple of us are pretty much regulars. There's a couple of people on there that they rotate in and out. It's always about family life and events that go on with kids and stuff sometimes. But we're on every Wednesday, 8 p.m. live. We talk about basically whatever. We always talk about the Kings. That's our main focus. But anything that's going on in the NFL, like this week, we did all the crazy trades and all the signings. Dealt with the Raiders. So we'll do the local teams too, like the Raiders and the Niners. And then usually we'll have a topic that's just off the peel. It might be like, we haven't done it yet, but we will get into the ICE thing at some point very soon, because I have very strong takes on that, obviously. We've talked about Trump. We've talked about, the last one that we did that was off topic is that we did favorite double albums. Right, like what's the greatest double albums that came out?
Oh, man, that's a good one.
That is a good one. And we did the hip hop, but we also branched out like if there was any other genres too, because there's been plenty of other artists that have done all the way back to the 50s, to be honest, that have done double albums at some point. But yeah, so that was a good conversation, and we'll probably bring that back around at some point. But yeah, we talk about anything and everything, and we just have fun on it, and it's just good fun, man. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Yeah, awesome. So I have to ask them, what was your best double album?
So I one that I think people forget was a double album is Jay Dilla Donuts was a very large compliment. I don't know if it was ever considered a double album, but I believe there was over 30 tracks on there. It's one of my favorite things to listen to ever in the history of life. It's just the sounds of Jay Dilla are just immaculate. And it's crazy that he died such a long time ago. I can't even remember the date or how long, but I think it's been over 20 years. And people to this day still are using his beats for songs. And because he knew he was going to pass away at a young age, all he did every day, all day, was sit in his basement making beats. Like, that's all he did. So he's got like his discography of beats is like, from what I've heard, it's almost 1,000 songs that he has of just beats that he created. So I mean, and he's just a topic on itself. But if it was like a album, I was saying the Wu-Tang, the second Wu-Tang album is one of my favorite double albums ever. And and this one's probably a little bit personal just because he's my guy, but Biggie's Life After Death is one of the most phenomenal double albums I've heard too, as far as hip hop wise, right? Like I was just going to hip hop, but there's so many, man. Where's yours, Doug? Like if you had to think of one off the top of your head.
Listen, I'm not as huge a Biggie fan as other people, but I think his Life After Death double album is pretty fucking amazing. I'm going to give you one, Use Your Illusion, which was the Guns N' Roses one, which took me a while. That took me a while to warm up to because I was not a Guns N' Roses fan when they came out. But that double album is fucking excellent. Like I really, really like that.
That is
Greg, what about you? Do you have any double albums you want to pop in on that or no?
I have one. I'm looking it up. I don't know if I'll get there in time. I think is this one.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, go ahead, Dre. I'm sorry, Greg. Go ahead.
No. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder.
I didn't
Yes.
realize that was a double.
Yeah, it's a double. Yeah, that was one of the ones I brought up on the show. Yeah, it's a double.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many artists back in the
Look at
day.
our guy, Jerry, popping in.
What Jerry say?
Songs in the Key of Life. He said that too.
Oh yeah. That's a phenom. I love Stevie so much. He is a national treasure. I love the fact that for so many years, I don't think I'm going to say this as politically correct as I can. I don't think people understand how thuggish Stevie was until later on in his life, because he was kind of like very quiet, but then you hear him like in the later years talking to like, and Stevie will give you the business when he has to, and it's like, that's my guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we heard him. We heard him on Discord. Heard him in Discord earlier.
Oh, nice.
Stevie had an edge for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
Stevie has an edge.
And he's so right. He's so right.
It's funny because I don't think anybody heard it for a long time, right? Like everybody thought he was like this sweet. Not that he isn't, but
right.
I think the older he got a little bit more like, yo.
Right. Yeah, y'all wouldn't have liked Stevie in his prime. He was, I don't know, like this environment.
Nah,
would have been rough.
Yeah.
But this, we'll see if this is rough here. Not this. I keep doing this. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. So these. Manny, what's going on here?
Oof. Sorry, girl. You're going to have to just stand there. I don't even want you standing next to Mike, to be honest.
Well, she's not underage, so it's fine.
I'm not going to lie, though. I'm going to get some people mad here.
And he leaves.
He leaves. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest here.
Totally deserves that. Totally deserves it.
I will say something that's gonna piss off the beehive.
No,
because I do think that Mariah's like her body of work does. I think it does rival Beyonce. I'm not saying I'd replace it, but I think it does rival it in my eyes. But again, I'm not necessarily like this huge. I've got lows and I've got peaks and valleys with Beyonce. Like just points that I liked her, and there was points I was like, whatever. So I'm not one of like the,
So it's Beyonce?
If I had to pick out that table, that's who it would be. I'm probably gonna get torched, but
I'm gonna say Mary and move along. Doug, who do you got?
Yeah, between Mary and Beyonce for me. Like I'm booting Beyonce. I'm with Manny. Listen, I think Beyonce is fucking, she's done really awesome shit. I think Mariah's voice is unparalleled. I think she has a voice that very few people could even approach. And I am a voice person on that respect. And now here's the thing. Beyonce can perform. Mariah just gets to stand there and look pretty, and that's what she does. So and sing the shit out of things. Yeah, look at that. Hey, not so controversial there, Manny. Jerry says that. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, see, for me, Mary, even though she might not have like all the hits like Beyonce's, like she hits my soul more. Like Mary hits my soul more than Beyonce ever did. It for me. So so I can't knock her off the table. I can't.
I think Monty's saying MC is just going to have to stand. It's kind of a valid point in its own way too. So Mariah's just going to have to stand.
I get it.
So, what do we want to? Oh, this is what I want. I want to talk about. I want to get Manny's takes on this too. Like, so I'm going to be flying soon, Doug. We're going to be flying soon to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for Barrow and the Bayou, and it should be fun. But I'm not looking forward to the whole plane thing, Manny. And I don't know if you've seen. I've been wanting to talk about this for a few weeks, Doug. So, number one, airlines have finally said that it's time to ban pajamas, and then this other thing over here that you'll be permanently banned if you blast audio from your devices without your headphones. So, which is
That's boomer behavior there.
Why hasn't this shit been taken care of already? Is my first, but
Yes.
is the etiquette on the planes and all that, Manny? When was the last time you were on one? Was it out of control? Like, who annoys you the most on here? What is going on in this fucking airlines?
What's funny because in about 2 weeks I'll be headed to Chicago for spring break. I'm trying to think like, see, I've been that person too though, because I remember one of the worst flights ever was I took Ellie as a baby to Chicago by myself. We got back on the plane. I forgot her bottle with in my mom's car, and I tried to MacGyver a bottle. Like I tried to create a bottle at the airport because we were already past TSA and all that, waiting for the flight. She would not drink it, and that whole flight, God bless those people, she was screaming. And I felt bad because obviously, you know, I don't want to be that person, but at the same time, I was like, I wish you would say something to me. But you know, but there was great people around me that tried to help, that tried to like entertain her. So I appreciated that, but I also I could feel some of the anger too from around me. But like the pajama thing, like I don't understand why anybody cares what you wear on the flight as long as you're not like ridiculous, right? Like you're not wearing a nightgown or a like I mean, people damn near, you know, like nobody wants to see Victoria's Secret nightgown. Not that I don't actually, but but I get that. Like I get why people would be like mad about that or whatever. But like, who cares? You should be look, if I gotta pay $1,000 for my goddamn fucking flight, I'll be damned if you tell me I gotta be in a 3-piece suit or whatever it is that you think I need to be in. Like, fuck you. Shit.
I'm a sweatpants on these things, Sky.
You too.
I'm sweatpants too, man. Be comfy.
Yeah, man. Like you're in this crowded space.
Right. You have any comments on any of this stuff?
Nobody in any public space should be listening to shit without their fucking headphones or whatever. I think that's, and this applies also when you're just like riding around on your bike and you have like, this isn't the 80s. You don't need a boombox your shit around. Like we have technology. If you, let's say you have a boombox, you can go to Five Below and get $5 head earphones. Like you can do that. Like, and I'm not saying like everybody has a lot of money. I'm not saying that. If you don't have the resources, then I can totally understand that. But on a plane, you are paying fucking money. You are paying a lot of money to be on a plane, and you should not be like blasting your shit. And I guarantee you the people that are blasting shit are listening to shit like I'm listening to Rush Limbaugh tapes. they're not listening to cool stuff. They're listening to bad shit. So, but, like,
Doug, we can't just ask you nicely. We have to permanently ban you.
Permanently banned seems a bit aggressive. Yeah. Kick you off the flight seems appropriate. That seems maybe appropriate. That I can deal with.
Or like 10 lashes or something. Like something, you know.
Like we're in the Philippines.
What about people who smell like ass?
That's the worst.
You know
that is the worst.
What we should have is like, all right, there's this bag that the stewardesses or whatever they're called now have a bag of here's these
Flight
tiny
attendants.
flight attendants have these like travel size deodorants. You stink.
Mhm.
Here's your deodorant. It's free on the airline. Here you go.
No, for me, I think they should install on every airplane under, like somewhere in the back or underneath it, there should be a decontamination shower, and then there's a hose so that they have to go in there and you hose them down and humiliate them, and then they have to, yeah, yeah,
Public shaming.
yeah.
Oh man,
He's like, yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones. Shame, shame, shame. I bet you they never do it again.
Yeah. Or they just shove them in the bathroom. In the bathroom, since that's like a self-contained area, just fucking hose them down in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
You know what it could be? It could be like, all right, so you just have people like, all right, we're selecting you for a very exclusive thing. Walk down here and talk to these folks. And it's just like when you walk through like the old J.C. Penney, where you walk through the perfume department and they just start spraying shit at you while you're walking by. You come out and you smell all these fucking perfumes. I don't know. That's a dumb idea, but funny.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jay. Like, damn, come on, man. Like, you gotta have some hygiene. Come on, man. Like, especially like again, especially as like expensive as these flights are nowadays too. Like, it's already hard enough to travel. Like, imagine if you got to be on like a 10-hour flight or like one of those long flights. Like, those are brutal. Like, luckily back to Chicago's like 4 hours at most if it's a straight flight. But Jesus, like, go across country and
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Obama, baby.
All right, Doug. Let's do this. Manny, does this one bother you? We always have to do this one now.
it depends, right? Like, I don't know
does?
if, well, hold on, let me explain. Depending on who you're talking to, they could be trying to stick their thumb up my ass. And that's not something, unless I allow you to. Like, if I give you permission, that's one thing, right? You're my girl. Sure, let's spice it up a little bit. Let's play plug the hole. Cool. But if I don't know you and you just send this to me randomly, are you saying everything's okay? Or are you saying, hey, can I use this? I don't want to answer wrong.
That is not an interpretation we have ever heard. I don't think.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm.
That's a big dump too.
Also, why are you picking the thickest finger?
Oof. Or at least tell me before, like that's not a surprise I want.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Like, no.
There she blows. Plug the
All right.
hole.
Actually, let's
no.
Let's go to the other end of this.
Well, that's what happens.
Or is it? Wait. So first of all, why is this not the chocolate soft serve?
First thing I was thinking too, like he's happy. I'm assuming it's ice cream. He's happy. It looks like ice cream, and it looks like it's vanilla ice cream under it, and the chocolate is on top. So it's a double scoop of ice cream there. Makes me want to eat ice cream, and then I find out it's just shit.
So is this did South Park ruin this one?
I think so.
It might have.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas
Mr. Hanky.
food.
I mean, when did we send
That
this
his
one,
cousin?
Doug, make sure I'm sending it at the right time. When do we send this one? What is it trying to say? I mean, I think it's obvious, but I thought thumbs up was obvious, and clearly it wasn't, Doug. So please tell me about this one.
I just think that, like, the funny thing is it has like a smiley face, and it usually just means like that's like a trash opinion to me. That's what that means. Like, that sucks. Like, that's shitty. Why are you doing that?
Look at
That's
it
how
really
I view it.
close. Does it
does
not
like
look?
custard.
Does it not look like Trump with the comb over? Like, does it not look like that could actually be
Oh.
Trump?
Just it's not orange. That's the only problem.
Exactly. But he's shit. It's shit. Like,
Now we turn. Oh my god, that's great. Now wait, that's a perfect for April walking into the shit conversation.
I walked into the shit at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way too happy thing. Now the thing is, sometimes when you take a dump, you are pretty happy afterwards. But
That's true.
like just the fact that the poop is happy is a little unnerving, to be honest.
Well, he's about to go on a trip.
In his favorite rocket ship,
Yeah. See?
but not through the
Squeeze
sky.
him out. Shoot him up.
Oh no. Greg is kind of flummoxed, I think so.
Yeah, there's nothing more to. There you go.
There you go.
That's a great way. Hey, have you taken your Metamucil today?
That's using your head there.
Way to go, Jerry. Good point.
All right, last one. I think it's pretty straightforward, but
Yeah, it's not much. I wish I could come up with something great for this, but it's a clown.
Yeah.
It does almost look like the popsicles, the old school popsicle.
Oh
you would
yeah.
get
The
from-
the clown popsicle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's nothing. It's just that's a clown opinion. That's dumb or silly or that's those
Yep.
those people are
You're a
clowns.
clown.
fool,
Agreed.
clown. There's no way to misread this one.
I don't think.
Unless you were asking about a birthday party and someone sent it to you, so they were basically telling you they got a clown for the birthday party. Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe you go into the clown hotel or
Oh,
ICP.
no.
That's a good comment.
There you
Insane
go.
Clown Posse.
Oh my god, those clowns.
They are literally clowns.
Yeah, they are. Figuratively, yeah, literally, for sure. All right, well, that was easy enough. Manny was talking about going. Oh, Doug, you had something to ask us, right?
Yeah, it's a fairly dumb question. There was a little thing online where people were talking about what qualifies as tall for women and men. So tall for men, as a sort of internet conversation, was tall for men was considered 5'11" and above, and tall for women was, I think, 5'8" and above. What do you consider tall for men, and what do you consider tall for women? I'm curious because I think everybody has a different connotation of what tall is. Go ahead, Greg.
I want nothing to do with this first.
What?
Manny. Guess first.
I think for men, I've never anything with. I mean, it's only off by an inch, but I would say 6 foot and taller to me has always been tall. You know, and then that's maybe changed over the years because I feel like kids are taller nowadays. But I always thought 6 foot and taller. For women, I think like 5'8", 5'9". But for Mexicans, tall as anything over 5'4". Anything over 5'4", and you hit the jackpot. So, just this the truth. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Like I remember, I always bring up I remember we played Juarez in Chicago in high school, and God bless those Mexicans. Their center was like 5'10". Their point guard was like 5'1". It was like I thought when they came out of the tunnel, they came out of a clown car. Like it was like, what the fuck is this, man? So God bless us, my people, but we are not a tall breed at all. So, but in general, yeah, I would say 6 foot and over for men, and for women, 5'8" and over is probably considered tall.
Manny, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7" and 3/4 inches.
Just say 5'8". We're good with that.
Right now I'm 5'8", but I'm also over 50 years old, so in 10 years I might be 5'6". I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Doug, how tall are you?
I'm 6'1.5". So yeah, I on my license I'm 6'1". I've always been 6'1", and then past like 5-6 years I've shrunk a half inch somehow. So
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, you.
Greg and I are the exact same height.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
So Greg, what do you think? Does that qualify? So does that mean if it is, like I said, the internet sense was that 5'8" for women was tall and 5'11" for men was tall.
Do you guys
how
consider
do you
yourselves tall?
I do not.
That's
I consider
funny.
myself average.
I do. We're not average, Doug. We're above average. Slightly.
Okay.
I used to beg.
What I feel.
I used to beg to be taller because I wanted to be a power forward. And I begged to grow, and in neither places did I grow. And that's unfortunate.
Neither places.
So it is what it is. In neither places did I grow the way I wanted to. Let's put it that way. So
what's funny is like the guy take online was really funny because there were these guys that were like, listen, I'm 6'4". That's tall, and I think 5'11" is like average. Like the tall guys are like 5'11" is like okay. I think what's more interesting is like the women conversation, because I think women have a much more variance on what is tall and what is not. Like I think guys are pretty much, if you're close to 6 feet, you're tall. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of universal. I think of women, it's a lot different because there's a lot different standards for them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, you know, I will say my wife is 5'10" and my ex-wife was 5'11". I like tall women, apparently. So I just, tall women are my thing. But like, I think for women, it's a lot different than like, I have a daughter who is 5'4". She's 5'4". Like now two of my sons one son is 6'3" and the other's almost 6'6".
Jesus.
So like I have like a super wide range, and then my other son is like 5'8". So I have like all this variance of heights. It's really interesting. But yeah, I just thought that was like a goofy question to ask. That was like an internet question for a short period of time. So.
And Doug, I think for you, you probably don't think you're tall also because in the hooping world, you're average height.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm short in hooping world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I wouldn't. Well, nowadays, back in our day, I would say that you were considered tall and hooping because you were the average size of a point guard at that point, right? Or in high school, 6'1", you probably were a small forward.
I was a shooting guard in high school. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
but if you play pickup ball right now, you'd be a forward. A lot of times.
I'm fat enough for it now, so that'd be good.
Yeah, I just know that I'm taller than most people I walk around, literally. So then maybe Wisconsin is shorter than.
How tall are your kids, Greg?
Just below me. Below me. 5'11", 5'10". They ain't getting there. It's over.
Yeah, they're at their max height.
I've declared it over, but it may not be actually. There's still, yeah. I mean, it probably is, but I declared it over. So
yeah, my youngest is nearly 6'6", and he's 18. So I think he's done. But we've seen people that like shoot up even after 18. And I'm just like,
Doug, you lost. Damn, you didn't have a chance with that one. You didn't have a chance there. Damn.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's pretty. That's humongous. I mean, that's tall. Like that's fucking tall as fuck.
That's fucking tall. That's fucking tall.
Right? Yeah, he's tall, and like, when they were in my house, just they don't get to come up too much because they stay with their mom most of the time, which is an hour away, and they just are their lives are intertwined there, so they don't get to come up much. And so my son he's going to trade school to be an electrician, an HVAC electrician. So like, but he's like, I'm on break. I'm going to come up. Kyle and I will come up. Great. So they come up. And I'm talking to him like this. Like, it's fucking weird because they're fucking like way taller than me. And I'm like, hey, this really sucks. Like, you guys were always super little and now you're just fucking.
Well, I remember a guy I was stationed with when I was in school in San Diego, and I was stationed there for a little bit doing just in training. The guy that was one of my friends there, he was from New Orleans. And that's why I remember, because Greg was talking about New Orleans. He was 6'11", and his girlfriend, but his wife was 5'4".
Damn.
So I was like, bro, are you just spinning her on you? Are you playing like, is that how you decide what to do that night? You have like a little board and then you spin her and then whatever it lands on, that's what you do? Like, what? Like, that's a crazy difference. And funny story about him, I know I'm on tangent, but is he was definitely scared because he was from New Orleans. He was definitely scared of those troll dolls.
Oh yeah.
So one day when he went out of the barracks, he went to go do something. I put in his locker like 12 troll dolls. And he came back at like 10 o'clock at night. I never heard such a blood curdling yell and seen a grown man at 6'11" run so fast. It was the most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah, my daughter's 5'4". Her fiance is 6'6".
Oh, wow.
So yeah. Hey Greg, do you mind if I talk about my third beer here real quick before we jump into something else?
Well, I was going to see, is Manny good? Does Manny need to go? Want to go?
I do have to go. I'm still kind of sore, and I gotta get a house and lay down a little bit.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay, please do, man. Thanks for popping.
No, it's all
on,
good. I just didn't want to diss you guys at all. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys to death. So
No diss, man. No diss. No diss.
Go home and get some rest, man. Thanks for
appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Thanks, Manny.
You
Thanks,
too.
Manny.
Take care, man. Cheers.
Dog, now your third beer. Yeah.
All right. In honor of our Scrogs. The old 1050.
You pour that bitch already? Or you're pouring it now?
Yep.
All right.
We didn't even get to talk about brewery logos because it would have been funny to hear his part, but I'm super. You and I will have a good conversation about it, but poor guy, man, he needs to go home and rest and feel better,
Well, yeah, I wasn't even trying to do it without a guest, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Whatever. What's going on with the 1050?
It's 1050. It's fucking delicious. It's always delicious. So I got it because it hasn't been distributed much here, and they're finally distributing it in Wegmans. So I'm pretty happy with it.
What's going on? Yeah, let's see it.
This is just such a good beer, man. I mean, what do I have to say about it? We've all had 1050. It's fucking excellent. Good imperial stout.
You want to take this opportunity to talk about the legend of Scrogs? Why everybody's putting that in the comments?
Yeah,
those who may not know.
Scrogs was like I think he said he was combating with somebody online in Untapped to be the person who drank the most 1050s.
Or who checked in the most.
Checked in the most. And so he and this other person were like back and forth. And now that he's in Portugal, he doesn't get to have as many. So I'm afraid he's probably lost that battle. But the idea that he drank that many 1050s, where he was one of two people in the world who were like the top 1050 drinkers, is pretty fucking impressive. And this is not a light beer. This is a big ass beer. Like, I'm gonna drink. Remember, he was on our show and he pounded one. And I think he pounded the barrel. He pounded like the fancier one, dude. He pounded it. He did that big boot glass with 5 beers in it. You remember that?
And dude lived in Texas, so it wasn't like he was always drinking it in hot weather too. It was wild. The whole thing was insane.
He even did that thing where like there was a challenge where you put the beer in the basketball and you bounce it and then catch it and drink it. And even he did that with the 1050. Like he didn't take like a nice easy lager. He was like, nope, gonna do the big boy.
All right, Doug. Do you want to do the logos or do we want to get out of here?
I think we do the logos and we could do. How about we do one logo? Do you have 2? We could do one. I see the one you have ready to go, and we could do that. And that's kind of a well-known one. Or do you want to just hold on to
Doug never stays within the parameters of anything, y'all. Like it's either yes or no, and Doug takes like No, let's.
I'm giving you options,
No.
Greg. I'm giving you options.
No. So it's either Greg is like, cut it or not, and Doug's like, no. How about you take a slice, Greg?
Hey, let's
So
take a little
we
bit.
will slice it. So go for 2 Chicago ones because Manny. And I was hoping Manny would get on here to trash 2 Chicago logos, but we'll go with Off Color Brewing, Doug, of home of the Dino S'mores.
Yeah, baby.
And what leads you to this one?
All right. So what I love about this is just the idea. They just are like, here, we're going to do almost like a sort of pencils comic book style. And I just think it's pretty nifty. And it's almost like they're doing like a custom font with it. And I just really, and it's all one. It's so what's cool about it's also, it's just like, it's black and white. There's Daniel mentioned it like kind of like somebody drew it on a napkin. Yeah. Kind of feel like that. So it makes it feel a little bit more personal in that way. So I dig it. If we're going to do ranking out of 10, I'm putting that like 8.8, 8.9, but just because it's simple, but it's really good. And it looks like the mouse is like, sir, may I have another beer, please? And yeah, I really dig this.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get all critiquey with these things. It literally is just the first, it's the first look. 9 out of 10.
Mhm.
I don't really have to say much. You said it all. 9 out of 10. It's great. It puts you in a mood. It says something. I have no idea. I don't even care. I literally do not care about the mouse, the significance. Who cares? It's just a nice logo. It's unique and it's fun. So there's that. And then less than a mile away, Doug, is this one.
All right.
So hold on a second. You couldn't get 2 more different breweries, I hear. I've never been to either one. I've had both of them. Dovetail is just technical, by the style, old school, just great execution, all that. Apparently Off Color is what it is. It's weird. It even says it here, home of the weird and forgotten. They have used dry humor. So you couldn't get another, a transposition. Is that what it is? I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Okay, cool. That sounds good. I'm sorry. What do you got for this one?
Well, I will say I'm a bit biased because we did have Jenny Flaffen, who's one of the brewers at Dovetail, on here. And I like her very specific takes on doing classic styles.
Yeah, but that's not the logo, Doug. This is the logo.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The logo itself.
I'm just saying don't use that. I'm saying like just code for the logo. Don't go for the pass. Is that what I'm saying? Go for it. I want to see some.
All right. So what I do like is that I like that. All right. So there's 3 variants of colors, and even there's 2 different fonts, which in this case, I don't think actually detracts from it too much. The little B is a little, I'm not thrilled with the little B, but I understand why they did it. So they could do the D, the letter D in there and put the B in as well.
Oh, the little B between and the big D.
Yeah. That drives me a little bit nuts. But
wait, explain why, please.
Because it's Dovetail Brewery supposed to be capitalized because they're proper nouns. And the B is a lowercase b, and that bothers me a bit.
I love it. Go on.
I just think it's like you said, you could have 2 different style of logos if you tried. I think this is like an 8.1, 8.2, whereas Off Color was like 8.8, 8.9. So I think these are both really great logos. I just like Off Colors better. The thing is, if they tried to do a capital B within a D, that would be that would mess up the Dovetail Brewery part. So I don't know how they fix it. I almost feel like if they just would have left it like a capital D, that would have been better.
Okay. All right. I just didn't want you to be all like, I like Jenny, so I like the logo.
I do like Jenny, and I like their styles of beer. And
I can love Jenny and fucking hate the logo at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying. Now, I honestly, Doug, I'm not a huge fan, actually. When I go deeper into it, I don't know. There's some actually I'm not bothered by the D and the B there. I'm bothered by the black font and like
because of the weird shadow effect.
the shadow. I'm not
Mm.
what's going on. I'm just not. I maybe want the font, or maybe it is the font of the D and B. That's the font of the black. I don't know. There's something about it that is not right, if that makes sense. So
Mm.
6 actually does.
Yeah. There's also the upper. He said the overlap.
You want to factor in that their beer is exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
That does not help it, in my opinion. It doesn't like accent it, but it doesn't matter because if you have Dovetail beer, you're just gonna like it. So it doesn't. That's a problem. Fucking logo literally doesn't matter.
And it is something where like there's a bias there because we've had Dovetail beers, and every Dovetail beer I've had has been awesome.
Right, but I still could say your beer is great and say fuck your logo. Just literally the same at the same moment. So
yep, two things are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. No, it's not fuck that logo, but at the same time, it's certainly not as endearing as this one. So,
yeah, agreed.
Yeah. All right, though. Spotted Cow, the water version.
Water version. It's like the remix.
Sound version. Remix.
All right. If I'm doing an order of things that I liked.
Let's go.
So Backwood Trail. I did not have a bad beer. These are all good beers. I want to say the Czech Dark Lager was good. Not fabulous, but good.
Can art.
Canart, I think is fine. I like the pine trees. And like,
did you buy it for that can art?
No, I bought it because I wanted to try their Czech Dark Lager. I bought it.
Kind of spooky, Doug. It's kind of.
It spooky. It feels very Halloweenish, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put the little cabin there, so can art's pretty good. Second favorite was 1050. Can't go wrong with that because it's 1050.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing
can art for that one. That one doesn't need can art.
No, that is just good on its own because it's an OG. This was just the best thing. The fur bearing trout, the French style lager. Like, I'm gonna send you one of these, Greg. I have beers to send you. I have multiple beers to send you, so I'll be trying to get these to you soon. This was superb.
And winning the can art.
Mm-hmm. So that was it for me.
All right. Doug, next week, do you know who we have?
I do not. I can find out.
Somebody in the comments. No. I know.
Oh, is it Victor?
In the comments.
Is it Victor?
Aragon. Yes.
Yeah,
all the
baby.
Fools in the comments today.
Yes, he did.
Fools. And
why
do we tolerate this again? Why do we tolerate this again? This is Victor, right?
Yeah, because it's Victor. We love him. So,
how do you not love Victor? I'm like picking fights with him. But when he comes to my chat calling me a fool, I gotta.
Yeah, well, what a fool believes, am I right?
Doug, do you have any pre-Oscar comments? It's the Oscars, right, on Sunday?
Yeah, I'm going to say that I think the problem is I think the best movie last year was Sinners. That's my favorite.
Why is that a problem?
Because it's been a year since that movie was released.
Okay.
So there's more recency bias, and I think who's going to win for best movie is going to be one battle after another.
Okay, so the thing about Sinners that gets me a little bit is that I so Ryan Coogler, right? Is that it? Is that how you
Yep.
say it right? He's the director of Sinners, right?
Yep.
And he's been nominated for the director of the year, right?
Correct.
And Sinners has been nominated the most of any horror movie ever, right?
Correct.
So then, therefore, how the hell do you not give him the best director just just by that fact alone, if that makes sense?
Because, like I said, there's recency bias. There's a big push for one battle after another. There's a big what?
But
Listen, I could say that if somebody says I think one battle after another is a better movie, I'm cool with that. I'm not going to be all shitty about it. But I think there's no way that you can't say someone like Michael B. Jordan should be the best actor because he played two roles, two completely different roles as twins, and made it work. That's my
okay,
personal opinion.
you pivoted off my main thing, and I don't think there's an argument against what I said, though, which is, and I'm not looking for you to say that, which is if you nominate one movie 15 times, the director is directly affecting all of those 15 nominations. So dismissing it for I don't know how you dismiss that legitimately in any way, shape, or form, actually, given y'all the ones who did all those nominations. So if he does not win director, it's some bullshit. That's all I got. Literally. That's what I got. Now, whether Sinners wins the movie or not and all that, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna use kind of that same logic, Doug. It's kind of hard to say no to the fucking movie when it's nominated all these times. All those people did so exceptional. No other movie generated that kind of listen. You know what I feel about those movies, and in fact, I'm pretty sure I had the one above the other. It, but for this whole grandiose thing and y'all giving out, I don't know how Sinners doesn't win at least those two, which is the best movie and the best director, because how do y'all deny it after nominating all that? Now, again, Michael B. Jordan obviously should be, I, clearly, I think he should win too, Doug. But I think honestly, I think he should be third. And I think Kugler should definitely win, and I think Sinners should win. Just again for the culmination of all the wonderful, good things that y'all have acknowledged by nominating it much as possible. What's up, Doug?
I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you
That's
more. I mean,
that's my argument for Sinners, and I think it's ultimately going to. I think it's actually going to beat it out. I like to see the woman lead in one battle after another win hers. Actually,
well, which one is the woman lead that's nominated?
I'm not sure. I know that there's one, and I know that Sean Penn is not nominated, right?
I don't think he is.
Right. So then
Delroy
I don't know.
Lindo is, and I hope Delroy Lindo wins. That motherfucker should win an award because he's been awesome for many years.
Yeah, but should he win this year for that part though? Is obviously the all right. No.
Hold
I
on.
know you love Sinners, so we're not arguing about Sinners here. I'm just saying y'all gonna have to give him those two, I think. Just by the way it looks, but maybe I'm wrong. It would be wild if y'all didn't.
Tiana Taylor is the one that's nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, she was the mom, right?
Yeah, she was the mom. She was not in the movie very much. But she did shit with Sean Penn that was just fucking awesome to watch. The way they played that thing with Sean Penn and her.
Yeah, it was wild. That whole Sean Penn, I'm surprised Sean Penn wasn't nominated. That was wild. But
yeah.
Anyway, Doug, we'll wrap this up. I have an incoming snowstorm coming in. You have anything cool this weekend that you would like to talk about on live stream?
Nothing that I can think of that's cool other than just doing normal shit around the house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing Nothing that I can think of that is like mention worthy. That's like, oh yeah, we're doing this. No, I don't.
All right, Doug. Well, I'll see you next week, and we'll see y'all with Fan Dad, the Fan Dads, Victor Aragon.
Yeah, I got questions for him about movies and stuff, so this will be fun.
Like what?
Well, I want to talk to him about Project Hail Mary specifically, but other things too. So
Is that coming out soon?
it's coming out next Saturday, so we'll be talking to him the day before it comes out. He's already seen it, so
Saturday, but not a Friday? That's weird.
maybe it's coming out Friday, but I have to work, so I can't see it before the show. So
Yeah. Okay. Movies come out on Fridays, though. Come on.
Yeah,
man. You
so-
know this. Nice. All right.
sorry.
I'm like, wait, is that a special release on a Saturday? You're like,
I'll have to look up. Maybe it comes out on a Thursday. If it comes out on Thursday, I'll figure that out. But yeah,
well, yeah, you know, they do those Thursday night, midnight things. All right, Doug.
all right.
We're
Man.
going to do our Friday night, midnight thing.